What's going on, guys? Before we get into this Elite 8 matchup, I just want to give you all a tournament update. As you see on the screen right there, Ed Parker and Cheeky Patcher have not yet completed their round of 16 matchup. They're going to complete it real soon. But who has completed is Psychedelics. He's in the Elite 8. Also, E. Gonzalez punched his ticket into the Elite 8, which is nice to see. I love his style, and I love his mean streak that he possesses. Also, Marshall Machine beat out What Luck in a great back-and-forth battle, and Romero17, the great Romero17, who's going to be featured in this video, is in the Elite 8. And as you see on the screen, Muslim MMA fighter, who changed his name now to Be Humble, is now facing Romero17 in this video. We can't forget about FCB, who continues to just bulldoze his way through this tournament. Also, the Dark Knight is going to the Elite 8. That's going to be quite the matchup. But for today, we have a showdown, man. We got Romero17. And this guy is one of the most complete fighters in this game. I just love his patience and his all-around game. And he's going up against a relatively unknown, a guy from Holland. It's Muslim MMA fighter who changed his name to Be Humble 020. So here we go. Hope everybody's doing well, man. And these videos, these tournament videos, every single video that comes along, man, seems to be getting more intense as the tournament just comes to its end, man. It's slowly coming to its end. We are now down to the Elite 8, but basically the Elite 10, because Eddie Parker and Cheeky Patcher need to get their fights in. So here we go. We got the first fight. Romero17 using Dos Anjos, and Be Humble is using Ferguson. So let's see what happens right here. And, you know, Romero just does such a good job. Oh man, a little leg action right there. Let's hope it's going to be a smooth connection. I know Be Humble's from Holland. I think he's from Holland. So, and Romero is from the States. So let's hope the internet gods are going to be kind to us here, and it'll be a clean connection. But yeah, Romero's so good. Oh man, some hiccups here in the connection. But Romero is so good at implementing the wrestling and the striking game and putting it all into one package. So let's see if he could do that here. And we don't really know much about Be Humble. You know, in all of his fights, man, I don't think we featured him at all in this tournament. Oh, man. Some crazy leg. But we haven't really featured him in any of the videos just because he hasn't been recording the fights. So, you know, if you guys want to be featured on the channel here, and I always call it our channel because without you guys, man, this channel would be nothing. But if you want to be featured on our channel, you have to record the videos, record the fights, and email me, man. Email me at rickyjsports@outlook.com. Ooh, it seems like Be Humble loves that that combo. I remember when the game first came out, I used Ferguson, and I was using that helicoptering, using that combo. And a lot of people laugh at that and they think, oh, it's kind of cheesy, but that thing does damage. And you know, you got to respect it, man. When people are throwing spinning elbows, you got to really respect that. Always maintain high stamina and don't be reckless. Oh, did you see that? The double sharp elbow action. Romero just needs to be composed, stay composed right here. You know, this is a 3-round fight, so he can't, you know, wait it out and allow Be Humble to basically gas himself out. But when it's a 3-round fight, you have to act quick, you know. I always like to relate it to track and field, man. This is, oh, there's a bad leg right there, but this is like a 400-meter run, you know. And then when it's a 5-rounder, it's a 1,500-meter race, so you could pace yourself a little bit better, but hopefully that's a good analogy, guys, but you know what I mean. You really got to kind of press the action when it's a 3-rounder. So right now, you know, this round, pretty interesting. You know, it's unfortunate we're seeing a little hiccups in the leg action. Let's hope the internet gods are kind to us today, man. Wow. Who would you give that round to? I don't know. I'll kind of give that round to Romero, I think. I think the output was very substantial. I don't know what the word is, man, but I think he did a little bit more. But Be Humble's right into it, man. And the thing that is crazy is, Romero is on high alert here. He knows this is not going to be a cakewalk. And it's almost like Be Humble. Be Humble reminds me of like Chemo. For all you hardcores out there, remember Chemo? Chemo Leopoldo, who was the first guy to really push Hoist Gracie to the limit. He didn't win. A lot of people thought that, back in the day, Chemo beat Hoist Gracie. No, he didn't beat him. He really hurt him, though. In the fight, he really did a number on Hoist, used that body weight. But I really feel, back onto the topic here, I feel like Be Humble's like that Chemo Leopoldo. A guy that a lot of people fear, but they don't really know much about him. And this is crazy that the game being out for this long, he's relatively an unknown. Like, you hear people talking about him, and you can see his comments in the chat saying he's had victories over some top dogs. So let's see if he can get the biggest victory of his virtual career here against Romero. Oh, but Romero has second ideas. He's got some ideas, man, and it's not a victory for Be Humble. So great start to the round here for Romero. The one thing, though, if I'm in Romero's corner, you got to tell him, like, you're more technical. You're doing a better job landing your strikes and landing your combos, but you got to be careful with those elbows, man. Those Ferguson elbows are crazy. Just got to be careful. But other than that, he's doing a fantastic job. I love that combo right there. That's not a jab lead kick. That's a straight lead kick to the body. Nice combo. Looks so good when you don't move forward with your left analog stick. Yeah, but this is the one thing, though. If I'm in Romero's corner, I would say stay in kicking range, man. Stay in kicking range. Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh. He knocked him down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable turn of events. And the thing is, man, Dos Anjos doesn't have the best head health. And you guys know that. And I'll be honest with you, I hate using Dos Anjos just for that reason. He's short, compact, and his head health isn't great. So you got to be so clean and so tight with your defense in order to avoid getting cracked like that. Nice. Love that combo. But how do you score this round, You may have to give it to Be Humble for that drop. I would love to see the stats right here, and the respect is shown by Be Humble, man. What a job that he did. Holy cow. So here we go. If I'm going to be the Eddie Bravo, if you guys remember Eddie Bravo back in the day, he would always score the main events. And I used to love that, getting a perspective of a guy that's not one of the, athletic state judges or whatever. But they don't do that anymore. But I would say it's 1-1 in the rounds. First round, Romero. Second round, I don't know, man. I think Be Humble stole that round with that drop. And remember, knockdowns, give you a lot more points with the judges compared to rocks. So I wonder, if you get 4 rocks and 1 knockdown, do you win the round? I think you do. Good head movement. I love that push off right there. Shout out to Ed Parker. But I love that stretch out where you could stretch your arm out and back away just to create your distance, clear your cobwebs there. Reset. What the heck is this? Holy cow. And you got to give it to Be Humble for the ability to land that. Oh, nice head movement. Uh-oh. Come on, internet gods. Keep that connection tight. Oh, nice head movement by Be Humble, coming right back. And guys, man, this is anyone's fight right here. Anyone's fight. This is just so interesting to see what these guys are going to do to get that victory. A little break in the action. Oh, he landed it again. Oh my gosh. No way. No flipping way, man. Be humble with an unbelievable victory. Holy smokes. You know, it's crazy how in this game, you know, if you can land that big shot, if you could time it properly and take advantage of those windows of opportunity, you could steal a victory, and that is a fantastic W. And Romero was technically winning the fight. When I say technically, it just seemed like his striking, his movement, his ability to just implement his game plan was done really well up until Be Humble discovered that spinning elbow. So here we go. Now it's, oh, you guys remember this from a week ago, man. Was it a week ago or 2 weeks, man? I can't even remember. Life just happened so fast, but this is it. Nunez versus Holm. And if you've been following Romero on his YouTube channel, man, Holm is one of his favorite girls to use. Favorite fighters to use. I don't know, this may be his, it could be his #1 favorite fighter to use. But nobody uses her better, man, in my opinion. Let's see if Be Humble can shock the world again. Like, I'm still in shock, man, over that victory, man. He stopped him with that elbow and was at that right point where he was able to finish the fight. So here we go. You know, and Romero doesn't have to worry about that spinning elbow. Nunez doesn't really have anything crazy when it comes to the striking game. Like, she has great power, you gotta respect that, but I'm talking about like wacky animations, chain attacks that are gonna just throw you off your game. Just has to worry about her beautiful boxing and those kicks every now and then. So Romero, there he goes. He needs to just forget about that first fight. I always say that. Don't hang your head. And all these guys that have made it this far that have lost, and a lot of these guys that are in this, guys, that's a lot of guys in a sentence, but they've lost in the tournament and fought right back. So they're not all undefeated, you know what I mean? So Romero's just got to forget about that first fight, do his thing. And in my opinion, he's the more technical fighter, man. Just needs to fight with his head and not with his heart. GSP, I know all you guys are like, you're fanboy GSP, but GSP was the best at always letting guys, you know, trash talk him. They may have won the trash talking leading up to the fight, but he would always fight with his head and not with his heart. And that's what made him the greatest welterweight of all time. Just forgetting about who you're fighting, forgetting about what they said, what happened, and just fighting smart and using the skills that you have that are going to give you, that's a cool combo, the victory, man. And this is a classic Romero round. Just, oh, he's got to be careful though, man. Oh, I would have liked to see him go to the body on that one. But he just outpointed him. You know, he got the victory right there. Or not got the victory. Yeah, got the victory in the round. But he's got to keep this up. Got to keep this up. Oh, man, what the heck's that? It's like a hiccup in the connection. But that's the thing. Some people were saying, too, you know, you should just do a connection test of everybody that's in these tournaments. And that's kind of hard to do, man. But the connection isn't the greatest at this point, but they gotta battle through it. And you know what I always say, if the connection's not good on one guy's side, it's gotta be bad on the other side as well. Oh, nice. Oh, how did that not create a drop right there? Oh, nice. And that's my favorite takedown defense. Let me know if you want to see a video on that. I'm not gonna tell you in this video. Ooh! Rockamania! Wow. And Be Humble, he went for it right there, and good on him, man. He's looking to finish this matchup and move on to the Elite Eight. He doesn't want to waste any more time facing Romero, so good on him for going at it. But holy cow, it's crazy in this matchup. You think one guy has the round, you think one guy is, you know, pushing forward and winning the fight, and the other guy just pushes right back. And that's what it is, man. When you're in the Elite Eight, these guys have tasted victory all tournament long. And remember, we started off with 256 fighters. You kidding me? Now we're down to 8. Or shall we say 10. Once Ed Parker and Cheeky Patcher get their acts together. But they're going to get their fight in. And hopefully we can broadcast that in the next few days. It's crazy how Be Humble, you know, he uses his stamina wisely, and then he kind of blitzes Romero, but he still has high stamina. Like the way he does it, he picks his spots very well. And it just seems like at this point right here, I think Be Humble's gotten Romero's head here, because Romero, he's being cautious, but he's not fighting like how he fought in that first round. But you got to understand, though, when you get rocked, sometimes you got to just be defensive and allow your opponent to whiff. Oh, here we go, man. I'm on the edge of my seat. I record all these videos on a lazy boy chair. So picture this. I'm leaning over. Like I just have like my butt on just the end of the lazy boy chair, and I'm leaning forward talking into the mic. My mouth keeps on touching the pop blocker because I keep on getting closer and closer to the monitor here. Man, I'm really into this fight. Wow, 10 seconds. Nice, good head moving. I want to see more of that though from Romero. I know swaying to the side is kind of risky, but every time he does it, good things happen. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I used to play basketball a lot when I was in elementary school, high school, and even in college. And I would settle for threes, and people would always say, "Ricky, man, good things happen when you take it to the net." And people couldn't stop my first step, and good things happen here when Romero slips to the side. Even right there, the sway back. There's a quick little window of a counterpunch right there. But the leg, it seems like the leg is popping up at the worst moments, man. Let's be honest. And maybe it's bothering Romero a little bit. He's not being able to get into his rhythm, but he can still fight through it. There's moments where it seems like a smooth connection. Nice. You gotta hand it to Be Humble for staying in there, man. A lot of guys that face Romero give him a lot of respect just for the name. And Be Humble, Be Humble is not intimidated, man. Chemo. He should change his name to Be Chemo. But if Romero's gonna learn from that first fight, he just has to, back away. Pick his spots. Don't get into a brawl with this guy. Just seems like when they get into brawl mode, Be Humble is getting the better of the exchanges here. Oh, and he's going for it, man. He's throwing fight enders. Not a lot of time. Oh, man. He's kind of telegraphing, though, that overhand. And as good as Romero is, he's going to put that in his memory bank and kind of invite him to do it, too. That's what I would do, too, is I would back away, invite him to get into that range, and then just sway back and then counter fight. Here we go. This is the crucial moments of this fight. Are we going to see a third fight? Or is Be Humble going to steal another victory out of the hands of Romero? And this is what this tournament's all about, people. The intensity, being able to rise to the occasion. Oh, he goes for an ankle pick, doesn't get it. But being able to rise to the occasion when the pressure's on and the lights are all on and everybody's watching. And right here, Nunez is exhausted. Be Humble is already in zombie mode. You know how I call it, man. And when your guy or girl is exhausted like that, you just can't flow your strikes like you used to. You know what I mean? You can't throw your punches. You can't implement the power that you want in your strikes when you're exhausted. So at this point, what I always do is go for that one shot. The one shot or the two shot. The one or two piece. Still haven't yet bought KFC to celebrate my 8 million views. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, man. My channel, or our channel, finally hit 8 million views. So thank you so much for sticking around. This channel opened in 2015, and we're still ticking. So here we go. I honestly think Romero won this 2 rounds to 1, I would say. Or maybe 3 rounds to nothing. Here we go. Oh, it is Romero, and we're going to a 3rd fight. And if you're still sticking around for this long, thank you so much, and I hope you're ready for this one. This is anyone's fight. I don't know, man. I think going into this 3rd fight, if you had to predict, or if you had to say who is, the favorite here, you got to give it to Romero. However, this is an interesting pick, though. Romero going with GSP, and Be Humble is going with Nick Diaz. So see what happens. Just by statistics, the statistics point of view, the boxing and the stamina game has to sway towards Nick Diaz here. But maybe Romero's finally gonna go for his elite wrestling. That's kind of surprising too. We haven't seen him shoot for a takedown. And look at this. Oh, Be Humble's getting in his face. Looking to maybe create an early rock or a drop.
Just missing on the uppercut there.
And both guys are respecting each other, being a little cautious. You gotta pace yourself. Like I said, man, you gotta pace yourself when it's 5 rounds.
Right hand upstairs. He's keeping his head protected.
Nice. And again, good things happen when he sways. And again, you can't always do it because then guys are gonna read it, but when he does it, he does a great job at timing it. And look at this, Romero's going southpaw. But look at Be Humble just hunting him down, eh? Look at him. Oh. Still pushing forward though. He's just he feels like he can bully a GSP when you're using Nick Diaz. But both guys are doing great when it comes to the defensive game. Yeah, I think both of them got to rip up to the body a little bit. Nice. What I like to do is the jab hook, like jab lead hook, and then you go jab body uppercut. But don't move the left analog. And I feel like guys have tough times reading in on that. And also the feint jab straight to the body. Down, low, up, high. I think UFC 2 was so fun going down, low, up, high. I would chain some crazy combos. Here, in this game, it's a lot more realistic and it's a lot harder to do, but you could still do it. A very interesting round here, man. Nobody has been rocked. Nobody's been dropped. There's no real advantage for any of these guys here. The game doesn't, I wish it would, I don't know if they could program that, but the game doesn't record or doesn't base your victory of the round on octagon control. Like I know Top Game on the ground it does, but like standing up and having control on the feet, they don't really put that into winning or losing the round. But I wish they did, because Be Humble did a fantastic job at just owning the octagon. in that round with respect to octagon control. Just putting the pace, pushing the pace and putting it on Romero and causing Romero to backtrack. You gotta give him points for that. But in this game, they don't do that. So in that round, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. I don't know how you would judge that first round, man. Let me know. And he's pushing forward, going with the 1-2 combo. Good body shot. I think the key to victory for Be Humble is he just needs to keep his combo short and don't go into crazy berserk mode. You know, you're using Nick Diaz. He has the stamina. He could keep up this pace of quick strikes and stick to his boxing. I wouldn't be kicking. And it's crazy too seeing the speed differential with respect to the boxing. Nick just seems so much faster at throwing punches, causing Romero just to have some difficulty getting his combos off. When are we going to see Romero go for a takedown? Nice. And FCB, man, shoutouts to FCB. He does such a fantastic job using GSP, and he'll sway to the side and hit you with a straight, causing your guy to show that hit reaction animation and then go for that takedown, and he would get it. And I think at this point in this matchup, Romero is, you know, always going for the crazy knee right there, but Romero has an unbelievable wrestling game. And I don't know, maybe it should be the time that he may think about utilizing that. I just think that it's just so close to call. This is anyone's fight, man. Romero slightly winning the stamina game.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself.
Nice, good combo. Very technical third fight. Both guys know what's going on here, know what's at stake here. A berth in the final 4. Are you kidding me? Oh, nice sway back. See, Be Humble's got to stop doing that. He's just got to keep, like I said, keep his combo short. And these amazing guys like Romero, Ed Parkers, Papa Doc, you name it, Marshall Mine, all those guys, when they see you throwing 3-piece combos, they'll try to sway back on that third strike. So, gotta avoid that. You throw 2-piece combos, it's a lot harder for them to sway back and counterfight you. But if you're going 3 and 4 pieces, it's easy to sway back. So what a oh, that went way too fast. I went to reposition myself on my chair and I looked down and I noticed that whoever's recording this thing went to the menus, man. So here we go. Jeez, third round. And it looks like Romero is going to be putting the pace, picking up the pace here. I really think that round, he lost that round, and maybe that was part of his strategy, just to, you know, lose a round to get his opponent to drain out his stamina. And Romero's like me, man. I'm a southpaw fighter in this game. And now he's going orthodox. But I only fight in southpaw in this game. You guys notice that? You guys know that? I only love, because I'm a lefty in real life. So I only fight southpaw in the game. I feel like it's the most natural for me. Romero's an orthodox. He's giving him a different look. And look at this. Both guys are just staring each other down. This is a very interesting fight, man. Ooh. It's almost like we're waiting for one guy to make a mistake, and is the other guy going to capitalize on that mistake? Because all it takes is one wobble, one rock, and that could win you the round. Romero's going back into the southpaw stance. Just seems like Romero can't get his combos off here. They got to make GSP faster, though. It just seems like he's stuck in the mud, as Conor McGregor would say. What is he going to fight? Who's he going to fight?
Huge punches landed by both men. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it.
Man, this is just so close to call. I wonder when Romero's going to just pick it up here. He's worried too, man. GSP's like Dos Anjos. He doesn't have the best head health, so I know Romero is putting that in his mind that he can't take a lot of headshots, or it's going to be Rock City.
Just misses with the jab there. And he connects with the punch.
Nice combo. Yeah, he's got to use that jab a little bit more.
St. Pierre gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now.
Jeez.
Oh.
I'm laughing to myself because I don't know who's winning this fight. I just don't. I'm looking like I'm basically, what, 2 feet away from the screen, and I'm trying to figure out who's winning these rounds, and it's just too close to call. Jeez Louise.
Let's see some of the action here.
That's Romero. I think that's Romero's round, just looking at those stats right there.
Some real clean.
2 more rounds. I don't know. I would say maybe 2 rounds to 1 for Romero. But it could go either way here. So here we go. The championship rounds. Who is going to step up here? Who is going to be the first one to strike and land and start creating some distance here in this matchup?
Try to establish that jab. Diaz gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight. Oh, he blocked that offense, Joe.
And both guys are just being so cautious. There he goes. Nice. Be humble with a great little sequence right there. Romero strikes right back. Things are going to get heated here. And look at this. I know Nick Diaz has that perk where when he gets to the championship rounds, he gets like a stamina boost. I don't know what it is exactly, and I apologize if I'm wrong. But I know he has a perk, a stamina perk. And as you see on the screen, now Be Humble has the slight stamina advantage. Now, isn't that nuts? It's kind of too bad for GSP because GSP has a great gas tank as well. When was the last time GSP gassed out in a fight? Come on, EA Sports.
Working out of that southpaw stance.
But Nick is just such a good guy to use in this game, just for his ability on the mat, on the feet, and his stamina game, and his head health. Jeez. Nice sway back. Oh, I like the hesitation right there. It seems like Be Humble is just, he's protecting his head on those kicks. So yeah, there you go. And he's not really doing the best job protecting his body. So if I'm in Romero's corner, I would stop throwing kicks to the head, man. No head kicks. Kick to the body. This is anyone's fight, man. Oh, nice! Look at Romero. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Jeez, took 4.5 rounds. You kidding me? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, this fight looks like it's... Oh, good job. Romero may try to get to side control. Yeah. See, a lot of guys do that. Ed Parker likes that. Romero does. I like side saddle. Yeehaw, baby. I would rather be in side saddle than side control. Oh. He's going for a submission. Is he going to have enough time? It's a 4-gator. Time's not a factor for you, Joey Rogan. Fear factor. Remember, fear's not a factor for you. Got to give that round to Romero. Gotta give that round to Romero.
20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go.
Wow. I would love to look at the stats because I don't know, man. Now he's going. Oh, good takedown defense. He didn't really set that up, though. He tried to sneak it in. But I don't know. It could be 2-2. Could be 3-1 Romero. But sometimes these judges, when you land more strikes, the wobble is negated. Here we go. I don't know, man. If this goes to a decision, I'm going to need your help. Let me know. I want to go back and check it out. But here we go. Could he end it? I just want to go back and look at those rounds again for sure. So close. But if we can get a stoppage here, there's going to be no need. This is crazy right here, though, because if Be Humble can keep some top control, that's gonna give him points. Hey people, you guys are gonna be so upset. So let me tell you what happened here. So Be Humble was recording the third fight, and it got to 15 minutes, and his PlayStation stopped recording the fight. So we have no footage of what happened in the final moments of this epic showdown, but I could tell you I know who won. And this is the most bizarre matchup that I've ever experienced since I've been doing these tournaments on YouTube. So here we go, guys, man. I'm shaking my head because I'm recording it and I've never seen these fights, and then all of a sudden the video stopped. So I messaged both of the guys, and they said that that on Be Humble's side, he stopped recording and he was really into the fight. So here we go. This is the decision, and this is crazy. So it ended up going to a decision. No guy finished the fight in the ending stages of that 5th round. It went to a split decision. Oh, yeah. And let me know. Put on your judging hat, man. It went to a split decision, and you want to know who won? And the winner going on to the final 4 is Be Humble. He upsets Romero 17. In my honest opinion, I thought just by watching the fight, Romero had it 3 rounds to 2. Oh man, I don't know what happened at the end of that 4th round or 5th round, rather. But I thought maybe Romero had it 3 rounds to 2. I would love to look at the stats, but I'm gonna go back and watch it. Maybe I'll change my mind. But what an unbelievable showdown! Both guys are definitely worthy of being the champion of this tournament and for being a contestant in the final 4. But that's just crazy what happened. I can't believe Romero's out, man. But you know what? You lost by decision. It could have gone either way. I know they always say don't leave it in the hands of the judges, but sometimes it's hard. But I think Romero can keep his head up high, man. He didn't get finished. It went to a split decision. But what do you got to say about Be Humble? He is now in the final 4, and let's see what he could do as he continues his quest to beat down these top dogs. Anyway, man, I'm just I can't really put into words what I'm feeling right now. Just is so bizarre seeing what happened here in this showdown. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this video. It's way too long. Have a great day, guys. This is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports. Keep it here for more tournament action, and don't forget, man, you are awesome. Wow, can't believe that.